boils down to this over in League 2. With the automatics taken care of, we still have the small matter of the playoffs and who, of course, will join the Vegans back in the National League. We got it all to decided right here on the final day of the regular season, and it's coming at you next. That's right, what's going to put review today. Of course, it is match day number 46 in League 2, and we'll get to that in a second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for League 2 is right here under Warooski. Of course, we already know about the automatics, but of course, who will be joining the likes of MK Dons in the bloody playoffs? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second. Of course, big shout to my VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, where the hell have you been, boys? Smash the old subscribe, boys and girls. So here we go. It is for the final time a full fixture list, of course, before we look forward to those tasty looking playoffs. So let's get cracking and, of course, recap the results from the last full fixture list, which was, of course, this past weekend. So here we go, recapping of these results. Hopefully I'm ready. I think I'm ready. So here we go then. Crew against Wrexham with a 2-1 win. Of course, it was a 3-0 away win for Wrexham. Crew got a bit of work to do to make sure that they're in the playoffs and playoff ready. Meanwhile, Stockport County took care of business against Accrington Stanley 4-2. It was on the final score. 2-0 winners for me for Stockport, who will be playing League 1 football next season. Newport County, they lost at home to Salford, 1-0 win for them on the road. I went the other way. Sutton United, big 2-2 draw for them over Crawley. I went with a 2-1 win myself. A point in the bag, but of course it's all down to the final game where a win is the bare minimum for Sutton United. Meanwhile, Grimsby, 2-0 winners over Swindon. Of course, they've pretty much they're safe as houses now. They'll be playing League 2 football next year. I went with the draw myself. Walsall and Bradford. I think it's very tight at the moment. I think Walsall mathematically can still get the playoffs. Bradford well and truly in the mix as well, with of course a point better off than Walsall at the moment. So you just don't know. 3-2 win it was, monster win there for Bradford. Of course, they are staring at the playoffs at the time of recording. Of course, we'll get into that in a minute. Meanwhile, Harrogate Town against MK Dons, 5-3 it was for MK Dons. They will be playing in the playoffs. Of course, that's the only playoff spot that is actually guaranteed. So expect to see them competing for the bigger end of it. Meanwhile, Mansfield Town with a 2-1 win over Gillingham. They are out. No joy for them this campaign. They slipped towards the back end. Pretty poor form at the end. The Vegans with a 2-1 win over Morecambe. A bit of a consolation prize there. Morecambe will be one to look out for next season. Meanwhile, Notts County picked up a 1-0 win over Colchester to put them right in the shit. 2-1 winners for me it was. Meanwhile, Doncaster continue where they left off. 4-2 winners over Barrow to boost their chances and put Barrow in the spotlight to see if they can hang on for a playoffs. We'll see if they do that in the final day. And then Tranmere, big 3-2 winners over AFC Wimbledon. I with a 2-0 win myself. So currently, the table looks like this, or pretty much something along these lines. And it is Stockport County, Mansfield and Wrexham. They are there, done and dusted. Of course, second place is still up for grabs for the Hollywood FC. But MK Dons will be in the playoffs, and they are likely to be joined by, you would think, Doncaster and Crew, maybe. But the likes of Crawley do have an argument in that conversation. So Crawley, Bradford, Walsall to a push, all competing for those last, I don't know, 5, 6 and 7 still up for grabs. Realistically, so it's very much on the line here. Going down though, Forest Green are down. Sutton United are 41 points. They need a win. Colchester need to lose, and we'll get to the algorithm and all that kind of stuff in just a second. A quick look at the prediction league. Then only a handful of years took part, and top bills for Frosty and Vinny Hong there, picking up 6 points, and of course that affected the leaderboard a little bit. At the top, it is Frosty now 180, 5 points clear over James FC, who took the weekend off. Guys, Andy in there in third place, Swindon RB in fourth. So realistically, between News 4, I would imagine, but you never know. Of course, we are looking forward to those last games, and they're coming at you right here, right now. So let's get into the business then, shall we? Starting with Colchester in Crewe against Crewe in the Battle of the Seas. That's right, coming at you over in Colchester. Now, these two sides have played each other 22 times in 2003. 6 wins for Colchester, 13 wins for Crewe, 3 draws as well. Colchester 6-0 win the biggest, scoring 36 goals in 22 matches, 1.64 goals a game on average. Crewe, though, 2-0 win the biggest themselves, 29 goals scored in 22 matches, 1.32 goals a game heading into this one. Of course, Crewe are in 6th spot with 70 points on the board right now, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. Not great form for them if they are likely to be in the playoffs. Against the Colchester United side, 33% form for them right now. They are 22nd, 44 points, of course, on the board, and they are not safe just yet. Back-to-back defeats for them. Last time around, though, in Colchester, it was a 4-0 win for Colchester. Big boost for the home side. The home side has not lost this game, stretching all the way back to 2015. That was the last time the away side picked up a win. That's when Crewe beat Colchester in Colchester. But, of course, 2-1 win it was last time around when these two sides did lock horns earlier in the campaign over at Gresty Road. The odds here, 6-4 is your Colchester, 13-5 is your Crewe, 8-5, of course, is the draw here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Colchester up against the Grain. Crewe are in a bit of trouble. They might see themselves drop out of the playoff spots with, of course, that result going against them. Meanwhile, Swindon Town, they're up against Morecambe. Of course, a bit of a dead rubber this one. Nothing to be had here. These two sides have played each other 9 times in 2006. We got 7 wins for Swindon. Nothing for Morecambe. 2 draws as well. Swindon, 4-0 win the biggest, scoring 17 goals in those 9 games, 1.89 goals a game on average. Morecambe yet to get a win. They have scored 4 goals, though, in those 9 games, 0.44 goals a game on average. 4 defeats on the spin for Morecambe right now, 33% form for them. They are 16th, 57 points for the campaign. Swindon, 50% form for them right now, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. They are 19th with 53 points for the season as well. Last time around, though, over at Swindon, it was a 3-1 win for Swindon back in August 2019. The reverse fixture at Morecambe was a 2-2 draw way back in September this season. The odds here, we have 5-4 on is your Swindon, 14-5 is your Morecambe, 3-1, of course, is the draw. Swindon Town to win this one for me, 2-1 in the bag, moving the chains. Meanwhile, big crunch clash here is MK Dons up against Sutton United. Of course, Sutton United need the win. MK Dons, safe as houses, could take it a little bit easy, but we'll see if they do in this game. Play each other twice since 2022, 1 for MK Dons, nothing for Sutton, and 1 draw as well. MK Dons, 1-0 winners, was their biggest and only win. In fact, they have played twice, 2 goals scored in those 2 games. It's a goal game on average. Sutton yet to get a win. They have scored the 1 goal in those 2 games. That's 0.50 goals a game on average. Unbeaten winners in the last 3 are Sutton United, 67% form for them. They are 23rd, 41 points for the season against the MK Dons side, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. They are 4th, 77 points for the campaign as well. Last time around, though, over at Sutton United, at the Stadium MK, it was a 1-0 win for MK Dons back in August 2022. That was in the EFL Cup last year. Meanwhile, Sutton United with a 1-1 draw with MK Dons at Sutton back in September. The odds for this one, we're looking at MK Dons, 2017 on for the victory, 14-5 is your draw, 11-4 is your away win, 3-0 win, big win for MK Dons. Sutton will be going down in my eyes. Meanwhile, Gillingham against Doncaster Bloody Rovers, coming at you over at Gillingham. Played each other 25 times in 2005, 9 wins for the Gills, 8 for Doncaster, 8 draws, of course. Now, Gillingham, 3-0 win the biggest, scored 25 goals in 28 matches, 1.12 goals a game on average. Doncaster, 3-1 win their biggest, scoring 29 goals in 25 matches, 1.16 goals a game as well. Doncaster unbeaten in at least the last 6 games, 100% form for them at the moment. They are 5th, 70 points for the season. What a rise they have had. Gillingham, though, 11th for the table, 63 points for the season, 42% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 5 as well. Last time around, over at Gillingham, it was a 1-0 win for the Gills back in April 2023. The reverse fixture at the Keep Moat was a 2-1 win for Doncaster way back in September. The odds here, Gillingham 23-10 for the victory, 11-10 is your Doncaster, who have it all to play for still, and we've got 13-5 is the draw here. I'm back in the Doncaster's Rovers here, 2-0 winners for them on the road, 3 points in the bag. Meanwhile, we got Salford up against Harrogate Town, dead rubber as well, not much going on here. Now these two sides have played 15 times since 2016. We've got 8 wins for Salford, 2 wins for Harrogate, 5 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Salford was a 2-0 win, scoring 24 goals in 15 matches, 1.60 goals a game on average. Harrogate, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 18 goals in those 15 games, 1.20 goals a game on average as well. 50% form for Harrogate right now, 1-2, lost to and drawn to over the last 6. They are 13th with 62 points for the season. Against the Salford side, 33% form for them right now, just 2 wins the last 6. They are 20th, They got 50 points for the campaign heading into this one. Last time around, the over at Salford, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2023. The reverse fixture at Harrogate back in September, 3-2 win it was for Harrogate in this one. 11-8 on is your Salford here. 11-4 is the draw. 50-4 is your away win. We're going to go with the hosts to get at least the point. 1-1 in the end in another dead rubber encounter. Meanwhile, it is first against third right now. It's Wrexham against Stockport. Maybe something, a bit of pride on this one. A little bit of something to lean on heading into next season, as both these two sides will play in League One. Play each other 25 times in 2003. 11 wins for Wrexham, 12 wins for Stockport. 2 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Wrexham was a 6-1 win, scoring 45 goals in 25 matches, 1.80 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Stockport boasting that extra win, 5-0 win, the biggest, scoring 39 goals though in those 25 matches, 1.56 goals a game on average. Stockport unbeaten in the last 13 matches, winning at least 6 on the bats, 100% form for them over the last 6. They are top, 92 points for the campaign against the Wrexham side, 83% form for them right now, winning 4 on the bounce. They are third, 85 points for the campaign as well. Last time around though, over at Wrexham, it was a 3-0 win for Wrexham. That was back in May 2022. The reverse fixture though, a 5-0 win was for Stockport back in September. The odds right here, right now, we are looking at Wrexham 7-5 for the victory. We are looking for 11-4 is the draw. 8-5 is Stockport. They are underdogs for this one. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw, point apiece. Don't think they really want to rip the arse out of this one because it's the end of the season. Might have a bit of a party none the same. Bradford City up against Newport County. Must-win game for Bradford if they want to gate crash those playoffs. Played each other 9 times in 2019, got 3 wins apiece and 3 draws. Biggest win for the hosts, 4-1 win, scoring 10 goals in those 9 games, 1.11 goals a game on average. They are playing against Newport County, 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 9 goals in those 9 games. That's a goal a game on average. Newport haven't won in the last 6 matches, actually 6 defeats on the spin. They're on 0% form for them. They are the worst team in the division by far at the moment. 17th in the table, 55 points for the campaign against the Bradford City side, 92% form for them right there. And 9th, 66 points for the campaign, winning 5 of the last 6, unbeaten in at least the last 6 matches. They are, of course, last time around over at Valley Parade. It was a 2-0 win for Bradford. That was back in August 2022. The reverse fixture, a 4-1 win for Bradford back in September, who they are unbeaten against Newport County over the last 5, 2 wins, 3 draws, of course. The odds for this one, we are looking at Bradford 5-2 on for the victory, 10-3 is the draw, and 13-2 is your away win here. We are going to go with a 3-1 win for Bradford City, but is it enough to gate crash the top 7? Crawley against Grimsby Town. Of course, let's get into this one then, shall we? Crawley, of course, also got an outside sniff for those playoffs as well. Played each other 15 times since 2010, 5 wins apiece and 5 draws. Biggest win for Crawley, 3-0 win, scoring 19 goals in those 15 games, 1.27 goals a game on ratio. Meanwhile, Grimsby, 3-0 win, also their biggest, scoring 19 goals, also in those 15 games, 1.27 goals a game on average. Grimsby, 58% form for them right now, winning 3 times at the last 5. They are 21st with 49 points for the season. They will be playing League 2 football next season. Crawley, 50% form for them right now, without a win in the last 4. They are 8th, 67 points for the campaign. Last time around, though, over at Crawley, it was a 1-1 draw. The reverse fixture in Grimsby, 3-2 win it was for Crawley way back in September. The odds right here right now, Crawley 10-7 on for the victory, 14-5. The draw, 50-4 is your Grimsby here. I have going to go with a win for Crawley here, 2-0 win, which means Bradford got a lot of work to do, a little bit more snookers perhaps, to get into those playoff spots. Meanwhile, Accrington standing against Tranmere Rovers. They've played each other 14 times, 2008, 1 for Accrington, 10 for Tranmere, 3 draws, of course. Accrington with a 3-2 win, the biggest and only win, scoring 26 goals in those 14 games, 1.86 goals a game. Tranmere, 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 35 goals in 14 matches, 2.50 goals a game on average. Tranmere, 42% form for them right now, back-to-back wins for them. They are 15th with 57 points for the season. Meanwhile, Stanley, 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6. They are 18th for the campaign, 15 points for the season as well. Last time around, over at Stanley in the league, it was a 2-1 win for Tranmere back in March 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, at Tranmere was a 2-0 win for Tranmere back in September. The odds right here right now, Stanley are 29-20 for the victory, 13-8 is your Tranmere, 13-5 is the draw. Also, watch out for Stanley next season. They could be in trouble. Going with the 1-1 draw here, point apiece. No one's really going to be happy with that one, are they? Meanwhile, Barrow, here we go then against Mansfield Town, already promoted Mansfield Town. Have they taken the foot off the gas, or will Barrow, of course, fluff their lines? Again, not great form for Barrow heading into this one. 18 times they have played each other since 2008. 6 wins for Barrow, 9 wins for Mansfield. 3 draws, of course. Barrow, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 25 goals in 18 matches, 1.39 goals a game on average. Mansfield, 8-1 win, the biggest, scoring 43 goals in 18 matches, 2.39 goals a game on average. Mansfield, of course, 4 wins on the bounce, 67% form for them right now. They, of course, are second, and I think they want to be second. 85 points for the season. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Barrow, 7th in the table, 68 points for the season, 8% form for them right now. Haven't won in their last 6 matches. Last time around, they're over at Barrow in the league was a 1-0 win for Mansfield way back in October 2022. A reverse fixture, a 1-0 win for Mansfield back in September. Of course, now the odds for this one, Barrow are 11-8 for the victory, 50-8 is your Mansfield, 12-5 is the draw here. It's a tight one here. I think I'm going to go with Mansfield, which again opens up a can of worms for the race for the playoffs. Into the final 2 now is the Vegans. They're up against Notts County, of course, coming at you over in Vegan land. They will be playing non-league football next season. Notts County, though, will be playing in League 2. Played each other 6 times in 2010. 1 win for Forest Green, 4 for Notts County. 1 draw, of course, the Vegans. 3-1 win, their biggest and only win, scoring 10 goals in those 6 games. 1.67 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Notts County with a big 4-3 win, their biggest, scoring 12 goals in 6 matches. 2 goals a game on average. Just 1 defeat in the last 5 for Notts County. 58% form for them right now. 14th in the table. 61 points for the season. Up against their Forest Green side, 33% form for them right now, 2 wins in the last 6, 24th in the table, 39 points for the season, and of course they are down and out. Last time around at Forest Green, 2-1 win it was for Notts County back in February 2019. The reverse fixture, a 4-3-1 win for Notts County back in September. The odds right here right now, the Vegans, of course, 2-1 for the victory, 11-4 is the draw, 23-20 is your Notts County. I think the Vegans will win this one. A little bit of a consolation prize as they tumble out of the divisions. And then wrap it up. It is Wimbledon up against Walsall, of course, over at Plough Lane. Both sides, I think. No, not really. I think Walsall have an outside sniff for the playoffs. Of course, Wimbledon against Walsall, though, played each other 9 times in 2016. 5 wins for Wimbledon, 4 for Walsall. No draws so far. The biggest win for Wimbledon. 3-1 win, scoring 14 goals in those 9 games. 1.56 goals a game on ratio. Meanwhile, Walsall, 3-1 win, their biggest, scoring 14 goals in those 9 games. 1.56 goals a game on average as well. Walsall, 3 wins and 3 defeats in the last 6, 50% form for them right now. Of course, just 1 win in the last 4. They are 10th, 65 points for the season against the Wimbledon side. 33% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 6. They are 12th with 62 points for the season as well. Last time around, over at Wimbledon, it was a 2-0 win for the Dons back in March 2023. The reverse fixture at the Bescott. 3-1 win it was for Wimbledon way back in September. The odds right here right now, we are looking at, what are we looking at? We're looking at Wimbledon, 13-10 for the victory, 15-8 is your Walsall, 13-5 is the draw. Back in the Dons here for this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win, which dents again Walsall's playoff dreams heading into this one. And if I am right, this is it. This is the final league picture at the end of the season. It will be Stockport, Mansfield, and Rex, and we knew about that. And then it's MK Dons, Doncaster, Crawley, and Crewe. Just missing out are the likes of Bradford and Barrow, with Wimbledon not too far away either. Going down is Vegans and Sutton United. They will be playing non-league. That's, of course, my picks, guys. Make sure you give me your hopes and dreams and thoughts and prayers and all that kind of stuff right here for the League 2 conclusion. We'll be back for those illustrious players when we finally know who those 4 teams will be. And then, of course, we'll look forward to seeing what's happened at the end of the campaign. But until then, subscribe, smash your like, and I'll see you soon for the next one.